Hello and welcome back to Infinifactory. So I did a little bit of an explanation in my last video about how things got a little bit confusing, and it's even worse because there was also a crash. So some data was lost, not very much, luckily. I already talked about this in the past video, but as I record this, I haven't recorded that yet. So it's a little fun for me thinking about what I have said from your perspective, but have not said from my own. So crash happened, lost a little bit of footage from episode 51, and we lost a little bit of footage from episode 52. So episode 52, the start here, where this is about to start, this was actually recorded at the same time as the start of 51, because I had that moment where I didn't understand 51 at all and I gave up on it. And so in the moment, okay, 51 is now going to be this puzzle instead of that one. So I just kept recording. And somehow with splitting those episodes and then the crash, we lost some of the footage. So here at episode 52, it's starting with the screen that you see now. So really you didn't miss a whole lot. I know that I reacted to the size of the thing, like this, oh wow, we have to build this massive thing. This is crazy. And then I counted, like, okay, we need 48 of these blocks, and I originally built a 48 delay system. I said, no, that's too fucking crazy. Let's split this up. So I split it up into, I think, 4 24s instead of 2 48s. And what you see right now is me trying to build the 4 24s. So really just my reaction to what was in front of me and my decision to start here is all you've really missed for this episode. And then, as I said, hopefully, with the last episode, all you really missed was a little bit of fine-tuning during the end stages. Hopefully, what hopefully is the end stages. I have just to peel back the curtain a little bit here. I'm actually recording this before I have solved the last puzzle. Like, it looks like right now it's all but solved. I just need to do a little bit of fine-tuning, and then the crash happened. So I'm assuming, I'm going to go in there, I'm going to solve it in like 15 minutes. And so that's what I'm projecting right now. I'm saying, yeah, you missed a little bit of me fine-tuning it as we were on the road to solving it, but not much there. And here, also not much. Like, I can see what this looks like now, and I know what it looks like when I took my break about halfway through this episode. I'm assuming it's halfway. About 100 minutes from now, I take a break. And I know what it looks like when I took that break. And it looks nothing like this. So you really haven't missed much. But I wanted to be very clear about what was going on and what was happening with these 2 episodes that got messed up. Hopefully, we can coast through and not have any more mistakes. But I'm probably being excessively optimistic. But with all that said, please enjoy the next 100 minutes and however many it takes after that to do it. It's not going to be quite right because these have to now turn. I can do that. But we can fix that. I mean, honestly, for some reason I really care about making this look even. So there we go. They all come out 1. They are now even. So that's 24. This is such a huge build. This is the biggest part, though. The fusion reactor just needs to go into place. And the poles just need to go into place. Okay. So number 1. Do that. That's number 1. And we've got a lot of up and down area here, so we can just drop them if we want to. I don't know if that's what we want or not. But it probably is. Actually, I have what I think might be an awesome idea right now. No! Ah, son of a bitch. What really may be an awesome idea. I mean, it's kind of an awesome idea, but I don't know exactly if it's going to work. It depends on the exact block count that we need, whether it works. Okay, that's all that. That's a heck of a lot. Okay, so we want... each side is 24. We want 3 6s, 4, and 2 singles. I think we can do my awesome idea. So, sixes. Make a gap for the single. Another 6. I'm talking about just immediate welding here, which I've never done before. Okay, yes. Kind of a cool idea, but it won't work with this configuration. Because we can't insta-weld this side. But I think, unless I am incredibly stupid, we can just turn it so that these, so that these push out this way. Should not be an issue, I don't think. Six gap, 6 gap, and 6, and it looks like we need to add tacks in here. I mean, I really like this idea. All right. So we need 2 tops to go and collect. I mean, let's see how cleanly we can do this, because I'm getting the feeling we can do this pretty clean. No way! Oh my god! What a fucking awesome idea that is! Holy shit! I'm doing some clever damn things right now. Man, oh man, I feel pretty cool about myself. Okay, so I mean, how are we going to tack those on is question number 1. I mean, they can get side tacks if they really need them. overhead tax wouldn't work. We would have to collect that and get like side tax. So okay. So I think I want you just moving, and you have to find these spares. So that's what we'll do. Okay, so we want that fellow waiting. Not like that. Come on, be better. Let's actually replace that, because we're probably going to be using that a lot. Okay, we need that waiting like this. It would have to be like that. And so this one's waiting there with those welders. Okay, so that gap is there. Okay, that's actually working fine. Yeah, that's good. I'm fine with that. And so now we can probably add a little bit more to this. So we've got the U shape right here, boop, like this. And that's all welded together. So if we have this shape welded together and waiting, it only needs to hit the front tack to keep it on. And then it can turn and find the other welder, I think. So this one would come out here. I mean, it just needs to sit. We could do a rear tack, right? I don't see why not. Because they're not the same length. That's why not. So it would have to be sitting here. Like, we would need a 4-tack there. And that one's sitting on him, like this. Yeah, that would be how that has to happen. So this is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So it has to be like out here that this is happening. I think that would do it. And then the same sort of thing here. We can do we want overheads, but I don't think we want them there. So put that like that. And now it's in the way. Okay, that's fine. That's fine. We can probably just do frontals for those two. Yeah, no reason we can't do that. So do this. Do that. And that's a whole lot of stuff that just fell to the ground. Alright, number 1. Tack, tack. Okay. And number 2's over here. Alright. And tack. And the whole thing over there seems to have fallen. Where exactly? It's that one. So just tack right underneath there. Nope. How are you guys not? Oh. There you go. Alright. It's already fucked up. What went wrong here? Hold up. Let's see this. There's a little more gap than I thought there was. Alright. There we go. Much better. So when this whole thing fills up, Those welders need to be back one, and also that's in the way. So that's the first little glitch we've found. Okay, and then I think this one can probably be pretty easily solved. No, if I bring it in that way, it's gonna... Unless I can put this over, and that will be good enough for it. Not sure, but we'll give that a shot. Turn you sideways. Okay, let's try it again. Alright. Having that not clear out's probably going to be an issue. And tacked, and now it would leave, but these two are in the way. So, a couple things are going to happen. That's number one. Number two is this. And yeah, I'm not really sure exactly what I'm gonna do with this other piece, but we'll find a place for it for sure. Alright. No, god damn it. Oh, this is one where pressing the wrong button like that's going to cost us a lot of time. Stop pushing me, bruv. Trying to see what we got going on here. Okay, all welded, all welded. Okay, pretty nice. Oh, yep, okay. Yeah, that's what we want. That is exactly what we want. So all we need to do, I mean, is turn it sideways and go find the other guy. Yeah, we turn that sideways. We just turn these two so that it goes this way. Have that other piece waiting over here. And they can get melded together. Like that's pretty much done. And once they hit, it comes back this way and meets the mirror version of this. And then on the other side, we're going to have to build the upside down version of it, and then we'll be mostly done. Building these caps is really the hardest part. So we get that done, and then all we have to do is move these pipes that we're getting, move them into position. I think they can honestly weld there, so we just need to divide them into 4 outputs, and they just land on a welder. And we'll have it so that once the top cap is finished, it will wait, and then when this thing is just about to be in position, it'll trigger a sensor that pushes the top cap down, and as soon as it hits, the whole thing moves. Should be pretty good, actually, so let's get her done. Okay, so first thing we want to do is move that to there. And then turn those. Maybe wait a step so that it doesn't get in the way of that. Alright, so this comes down. It's riding on the bottom, so it's not going to quite do what we need. Is there any reason it can't just wait here? It just waits here, and then once it gets to the end, 1, 2, 3, 4. That's the length of the thing. So double overhead? I want to see. I think that'll do it. I just want to be sure of it. And yeah, we're going to have to test run this thing many, many times before we're truly satisfied with it. Yeah, that guy just waits there. He's sitting at the end of the welder. He might be, yeah, he's not quite short enough. But that's okay. We can fix that. And it looks like this actually did work on that line, so that's cool too. And we just do this. And that, and we're good. Another freaking test run. What? Oh, the welder got in the way. Ugh. Alright, so that becomes this. A waiter there. And the welder's out here. Okay. So that's welded together, and then how exactly do we want to do this? That's probably cool. That's the full cap. Alright, I like that it's sitting like that. I think that's nice. But we can't shove it off if it's sitting like that. So I think we need to do that. And now it's going to wait there. And I think that's cool. if there's any problem, I don't think it is. I think that actually lines up perfectly. I was going to say it's any problem, it's that there's not enough room now to shove it off, but if I shove it off, yeah, that looks like it lines up perfectly. So, a couple questions spring up here. If we're bringing the top cap in from the other side, then we probably want to do it from out here. We use this row to get it so that it can do the same thing and basically just be a mirror and come back in. That feels like the right thing to do. So that's probably what we're going to do. And then the middle pieces we have to do wildly differently. Because they're upside down. Let's work on left middle. Let's make that happen, and then we'll see what we want to do. So I mean, frankly, this piece can pretty much just chill for all I care. Just come down here and just hang out. Make it a little low so it's got, you know, some purpose. And actually, let's go ahead, let's add one block so it chills on the outside. And then you will chill on the inside. And I would have liked an overhead here, but it doesn't seem possible. So, what shall we do instead? Reverse it a little bit. And have it come out that way. And now we can have the overhead hanging just like that. Alright, so that's that. We need the 4x to get to it. Alright, let's go ahead. If we leave it just as is right now, those are our pretend blocks. Like, that's how it's going to be sitting. So we can put welders out here to attach the other bits, which I like. And then we can put overheads to move it along. Which I also like. So we need to just figure out where we want to set those other fools. Where, like, this gap piece, where is it gonna go? It's coming in Does it go around? Maybe it does. It may. Thinking it does. Thinking it goes around this little pipe and just goes to hang out somewhere. If I do that though, I can't bring the 4 in over top. So I think we need to add one more here and maybe have these come at a drop. So now my pretend blocks are here. And we can be a little more free with this 4x that we've got over here. So I think it's these that I want. I'm pretty sure this is how we're doing this. We did it over there and I liked it, so let's do it again here. This 4x comes and grabs the drop. And I'm thinking, we're just gonna tack her right here. We can do that. If we want. Probably not exactly how we want to do it. We probably want to go a little bit more out so we can come back in around. The only problem with this is that we're kind of getting underneath these other ones, which we don't want to do. We don't want to limit their ability to do what they need to. Okay, so this is an old 6 feet right here. Those are hanging out, and then I'm gonna have the other one hanging there. Okay, where's that other gap piece? Right here. And then that does that, which is awesome. And then I'll go down there, which is also awesome. And then I think if we just make those little tackers That doesn't work because they were supposed to fall off. Yeah, they're not actually there. They're over here. Yeah. They're over here. Playing around. So we can't do it like that. The only thing would be to have this come out more so it can go in there, but I don't think that's really what we want to do. So put an away ski in there. God dang it. There, that's what I want. So now and I'm honestly thinking sorry. I'm thinking we can throw those right there and try to bring that last piece in. You're right here. You're dropping like right down on here. Very close, actually. All you need is a little scooter boot after the fact that you drop to here. So seriously, all you need is like that, and you're frickin' in there. I think I need a little boop right here. Okay, so that's all there and perfect, and I love it. I don't know how. Damn it. I don't know how it moves on exactly. That's something I'm going to have to add, but for now I think we've got this piece. Alright. I mean, I think we jammed the whole damn thing. So, for the moment, let's take these off. And I just want to see what happens with the two that are functioning as intended. Okay, so you're a little bit mismeasured. That's number one. Okay. You go there. You are just straight up stuck. Also mismeasured? Did I really? No, I think you were supposed to drop, right? But we had that guy wrap around. and it's now in the way. Is that what's happened here? Kind of figured that was going to happen. I was hoping I could just watch it, but of course not. Okay. So you're hanging there. You come through there, which is cool. And that's cool. So the only real problem is getting this son of a bitch. He falls down in here and he needs to I mean, can he just go across? Seems like he should be able to do that. Yeah, he could, but then it can't come up. So, what about here? Can he come in this way? This tight-ass engineering again. Let's give that a go. Okay. Drop, comes around, and boom. Okay, so a couple things have happened here. It worked exactly as I designed it. This needs to be one step up so it can leave when it's done. And we built that U-shaped piece facing the wrong direction. So we're going to actually need to switch these like this. I think this piece can just come through. I really don't think it's a big deal if we do it exactly the way it was designed. So that does that, which is awesome. I guess we're gonna need to do a couple little tacker right there. Let me make sure. Oh. A little tacker right there as well, and now this other piece can just fall on this side instead. And this line needs to go in there and then turn out, and that should be it, except for that falling to its doom. Okay. Let's run it. Boom. Triple and done. So the only real question now is how we make it leave. We could put a sensor here, but it'll trigger when that comes off. We could put that as a a counter. Yeah, that'll solve it. That's the solution. We put a nice little counter right there, and then the pusher, no, the pusher needs to be here, I believe, and we'll just do this, we'll run this one more time. Just make sure we got what we want. That is it. That is what we want. That's all well and good, but I don't know how we're moving it to the output. So what I'm going to do is duplicate those and just move everything one step further, and then we'll have, that's your escape route. This is your wait station. Run this one more time. And there you go. You got your bottom cap. And this now doesn't quite work. So we gotta go like 2 here and then turn it out, I guess. Alright, so what we have looks like it came out one too far. Yeah, it did. So what we have is the left half of the bottom and the left half of the top, and I'm happy about that, but we're about to run into a lot of problems. Alright, so now, god damn it, that was not the button I wanted to press. I wanted to show that we had everything I said we had. Pause. Alright. So yeah, here's the top half. You see the little cutout area for the fusion core to go in. And then the bottom half is the upside down version of the same thing. We have decided, you know, this might end up biting me at some point, but we have decided we do not have to weld the fusion core into place. It's just going to rest in there. So that's the plan with that. We need to build 4 6 tall pillars for the corners, which I don't think will be a problem, honestly. And we need to build the other 2 halves of these and just put them in place, and that's not going to be a problem, I don't think, either. There's a nice little welder for that. And then I think we'll put a nice little welder for that. And then unless I am really wrong about how we're going to do this, I think I want okay, that's actually higher than I thought it was going to be, so let's okay, so now those there, this, eight high, that's taller still. Look at this. Look at this. They must be more than 6. Look at this. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I'm trying now to remember. Did I say 8 or did I say 6? Look at this. I think I can just put these on the outside. It's not a problem, but man, the fact that I have to just shows you the scale of what we're dealing with here. Massive, massive structure. Okay, so here's the situation now. We got the 2 halves. We need to move. I think with the fusion reactor, we're going to have it go out to the side and just lift, 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 and get as high as possible, like up in this area somewhere. And then it's just going to come over and drop. Maybe with a delay on it if we need it. Maybe not. We'll see when the time comes. But the big problem now, and we can take these off, I think, is that we're looking to build these out, but we've pretty much used all of the real estate under those, so I think we need to move these out. I think these have to go away, and we need to really move these away. I mean, there's not a whole lot to do about it. We just have to. We don't have the space here to do the same sort of thing, so we're going to delete this half of it. Much as it pains me to do it. And that's the half that we have working right now. And I just want to make sure it continues to work. Yep, beautiful. Okay. That's all still working exactly how I need it to. So we're going to need to move these blocks well away and build basically the same thing over here, but it's going to be way behind because of how far they have to move this direction. So they're going to be quite a ways behind, but it seems to be the only way we can do it. I do like, as I look at this, we've gone about 2 blocks over the center tile. So we really need less space. I don't even know what I'm saying anymore. I'm getting a little tired here. I've been at this for 100 minutes, actually. So I am going to take a break. I just wanted to say what the idea right now was. And as I look at this, like, looking at the footprint we used, like, if we do the same thing again, we need 14 tiles to do it. So we are looking at that, pretty much that. And then I think you would talk about being completely unable to build anything right there, because this game is fucking trash sometimes. So sensor, and then that, pretty much. Okay, 1, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, and then we'll do the old conduit underload. Like so. We'll take out these 4, place them with welders. Same thing over here. And then we're going to get push blocks. Move that whole thing out. Throw a scanner up in here. Boom, like so. Conduit. Like that. And then overhead. Four, 5, 6. Get rid of that. Get rid of this. Okay, that one's perfect. Get rid of that. And that's the main apparatus that we're going to be using. And just have one come in towards the middle to do the bottom section, and then one going the outside to do the top section. And by that point we'll be pretty close to done. We just need to move the pipes into place and then move the fusion core itself into place. Won't be a big deal, but like I said, I too really want to take a break right now, just to clear my head, because we've been working on this for a little while, and obviously for you guys it's going to be a jump cut for me. It could be all night, honestly. It's a little late. I might just go to sleep and work on it in the morning. But either way, I'm trying to do an outro. See you in a second. Alright, this is the return from my break, and this actually ended up being maybe a 4-day break, because I ended up having the epiphany with the navigation computer, and then I had to work, and so now it's a few days later. I think I could actually see, let me look over here. 2 days. It's actually been 2 days. So yeah, we are just in the process of construction right now, and I think we decided the inside's going to be the bottom cap, I think is what we decided. So let's get to work on that. We need, I mean, honestly, you can probably just chill. I don't see why you can't just hang out down there. And probably just throw some welders here. I don't see any issue with that. Do you? I don't. Okay. And then you'll just come out and also chill? Okay, and little Forsky's gotta... Okay. So Forsky has to be at that height. So we at least need to drop Do we? No, we don't. So that's cool. Alright, let's bring you down. Wait. Okay, so you're gonna come out like this. You're going to drop, drop, drop like that. Okay, so that's not exactly what we need to have happen, I don't think. If we could, okay, let me see if I can. I really want you just moving. This, like I just want you going down here. That's your job, okay? And then so now we got 6 sitting like that, which is what we want. Okay, awesome. So you're gonna go back, and maybe one further, I think. Okay, so you're gonna drop back, and you're going to be chilling right there. And then this is going to come in over top. And that's going to be beautiful. But that does not allow me to get this individual piece, which we do need. So that's got to change. That has to be this. So, I mean, is there any reason that you can't be like that? I don't think there is. Okay. So again, let's just visualize here. We've got the 6s. We've got the 4s. Those are now welded together. Okay, that will get that one there. And in this case, we absolutely can weld those. But we're hitting problems. We can put that there, no issue. And we can have this come in here with no issue, but we've got to do something different with that stuff. So I'm thinking, does this have to come out around? If it does, then it can't. Then it can't do that. So that's almost out of the picture. If we put that up, it's not going to get there fast enough. This single piece is going to get there way too fast. So we almost need to switch them. I think we 100% need to switch them. Let's kill this stuff for now. So you're coming out to there, I think. And yeah. So like you can come to there, that's cool. So you just drop straight down, it's not a big deal at all. And you just hang out there, I'm thinking. Okay, and now we can do no, we can't do that. This is where we have to do the wraparound. So you drop in there. No, you don't drop in there. You drop in here, like so. And this piece drops to there, like so. Okay. Now that in like that, and that will get us that, and that. We've got these now, so all we need to do is get this guy to come down in here, drop into place, and move the whole system along. Up there. Okay, so we can do overheads here. 100%. We can 100% do overheads. So pop some 6s out here. So that's how that goes. Well, no, maybe not there. Maybe here. That's how that goes. Now, the question is, how are we welding this? Because Well, we can shove it for. We can shove everything forward is an option because they're being forced forward by the piece that's coming behind it. So. Okay. So yeah, they get shoved forward and they'll get welded on like that. I'm not entirely sure how we're welding. I don't know how we're welding the 4 to the 6 though. That's a little bit of a question. Maybe if we drop it down one. That's probably the answer. I mean that sounds like it solves the problem. If we that allows us to push it in over like that. Yep, 100%. All right, so do that. I need to look at these overheads again. Make sure those function the way I want them to. Okay, so you come straight out. And now you're caught on this. Which seems like a pretty simple error to not notice. Okay, not a big deal. Okay, so you're coming straight out, you're dropping onto this thing. Okay, allow me to visualize it again. That's cool. You're gonna drop straight down, hit these boys, and you'll be right there. No problem. As long as you get there before the other pieces. Okay, you'll do that, and then you're gonna wrap around and drop in. Should be good. Okay, and now we have the 4 come in. It drops on. That's cool. But we need a sensor. And push. So once that drops in, it gets pushed out, and do we just go overheads here? Does that seem like a decent idea? Well, no, we don't even need to deal with overheads. We'll just have little 7s here. Boop, it gets pushed out, everything goes. But it needs to get pushed twice so that everything gets centered. So, whoop, there we go. Alright, so let's get rid of these blowers. And I think we need those as well. See, yep, okay, that's a little bit of an issue. I think we can solve it by doing this. Shouldn't be anything traveling right underneath that, so that should be cool. And then we just need to put this guy in place. Okay, so we have it so that this is here. I think that'll be cool, but you never know. So you do that, and then what? You do a little boop, 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 like this, I think, and then one lower than the last. We could probably get away with building it the exact same way. Okay, let me see. 2. Alright, let's see it. I feel like that's good. Somebody forgot to calibrate this or something. I'm not sure exactly. Try that. There we go. There we go. Alright. So, boop, everything's off. What happened? Something immediately went wrong. I bet it's that single getting there too fast. No? No, it's the sensor. The sensor is wrong, which I definitely did not anticipate. Okay. So we're gonna have to think a little bit harder about that. Okay, that's all good. And boop. How does it work over here? They construct separately, that's how. Yeah, we have that thing drop in. Yeah, on this one, that thing constructs by itself. And then goes to meet. Oh, this is super fucking simple. Actually, a little bit embarrassed. Push block and counter. Unless it counts each of the... We might have to adjust that to like 7. Because it's probably going to... Yeah, it's going to count each of those blocks. So, boop, 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 make that a 7. No. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And then 7, and it didn't push. Because it's not that high. It's 1, 2, 3, 4, and then it drops. So this should probably be a 5. One more time. And I think we're good. And there you go. There's a welded on. Whoa. Oh. Yeah, no, I kind of predicted that. Okay. So we really just want this moved 1 out. Yeah, I never know how soon the thing is going to make a turn when I ask it to. Whoa, what the fuck? Oh. That's the other side that we haven't constructed yet. There we go. That's all beautifully welded together. Falling down. Beautifully into place. And boom, welded together. That is the bottom. Done. So, we need to do the second half of the lid. We need to do the supports, and then just the core itself. We're getting there. We are getting there. Like I said, this isn't a hard puzzle. It's just a huge construction project. This is going to be a massive block number. Alright, we actually have it. I just realized. We have it so that as soon as the second half of the lid gets there, it puts the lid on. So we better get the damn supports in fast. And also something I'm seeing, and this could end up being an actual real problem. We don't have a lot of overhead room to put the supports in. Like, I'm thinking they can come in like one right next to the output and just drop in right over the welders. And I'm thinking they might all function that way, but nah, this one wouldn't. This one is, yeah, this one's already taking that space, so that one wouldn't. So we're really probably going to have these go like out around here, and then join back here and move in. Is probably how we're going to have to adjust that. Because we just don't have the room for anything. Like, how are we getting the fusion core in? Like, it has to just come over and just fall. Like, that's what it's got to do. So I'm thinking like this is a no-go here. And we're probably coming around. Like so. That's my expectation, anyway. But now we need to build the lid. So let's, instead of doing what we just did, let's go look at how we built the other lid and get an idea. So you fall and wait. You're falling waiting way at the front of the line. Fours go around, slide in to where those two are already waiting. And the two in the back are already waiting. So this, the middle piece, because honestly I think we can just mirror this. The middle piece goes in the back piece comes forward. Okay, so let's see if we can do this. The front, so the front single drops straight down by how much, by the way? Let me just, it is, what is it? It is the fourth level. Okay. From where we're resting, it is 2, 3, it is the fourth level from where we're resting. So what we have right here, so it comes and it just sits right there. That's how that piece happens. And then to the front of it we have a little step welder system. So we have, this is so very confusing. like that is what we were doing over there. Is that right? It's sitting on the innermost. It's sitting on the innermost welder. Yeah. Okay, they're actually on top of each other. Okay, what I'm actually gonna do is take a picture of this, so I can see exactly what I've got going on here. And I don't have to keep flying back and forth. That's my idea anyway. So okay. So I can see there are two like this, and then oh, these are back, which I keep forgetting. Come here, you're there. These two are in the back. And then I think we've got verticals. Yep, we definitely do. A couple verticals like that. And then I can see, nope, wrong button. I can see that that's going out like this. There appears to be an overhead above it, which is interesting. And then it starts to leave, which I'm cool with as long as it's not interfering with anything here. It doesn't look like it would be, but you never know. But then we also need to figure out how all these other pieces are getting there. So we definitely need, I think the 4 skis like sliding in or some balloon. Yeah, the 4, okay, so the 6s are gonna get there first. For sure. So except that we need it to happen down here. So 2, 4, 6, the tip's gonna be right there. Perfect. So that's gonna happen, and then that one's gonna happen. And then all we really need is the old 4 ski. To come a knocking. And just out of curiosity, okay, so we'll tack this here just to have that settled. So the 4 falls down. Yep, 4 falls down. So we'll travel the line. Eventually get to here where it will weld to the 6 that's already there. 6s are welded together. It pushes itself forward. Gets welded to the single that's waiting there. And then we need this other single. can't leave if I weld it like that. How did we weld this last single? How did that happen? It was horizontal. It came in from the front. That's why we had the overhead. It came in from underneath and got welded horizontally. So something like that. And then it was coming in from underneath. So where are you? You're right here. Okay. So you're going to drop like that. And then like that, I guess. Honestly. Tack that on. Alright, let's see this function. I feel like it's done a decent job, it just needs to actually do it. Okay. Let's dispose of that for the moment. Just so we can see the thing, the part that we have built function. 4, 3, 2, 1. Okay. So we got the single there. We got the 2 doubles here. And then what we were trying to do is the 4 comes in, welds to it. These come in, weld to it, and then it cannot leave because these are too tall. So let's make a slight change there. Okay, there's a 6, there's a 6, the 2s are there. Welded. And then all we need to do is add a couple of little 5 skis up here. And I think we're good. Try it one more time. Just make sure we're rock solid. Beautiful. Except that it decided to do that, which I don't particularly care for, but I mean, it's not game breaking at all. And all we need to do now honestly is to drop this mamma jamma. It looks like we can just pretty much drop it straight down, honestly. I don't see a reason why not. Like, that's coming through. Alright, hold up. This thing's coming through with 4 and then with 6, like this. Like, that's how it's coming through. So all we really need for that to sit there, but you can do with that, like that's all it needs to do that, and then like 2 freaking overheads, and like it's on. That's all it needs. So that should do that. And then we just keep coming out. And eventually going out around in the same way that this one did. Alright, let's check it. Let's check it. We might be done with the caps, with the end caps, which would be incredible. Okay. Drops it. He's just chilling. Everybody comes in. Oh, it got shoved. Ah, shit. Okay. Not a huge deal. Not a huge deal. Like, let's just extend it out. But come on, out. Come on. Out by 3. There we go. I need that right there, and then honestly we're gonna do 2, 4, 5, that. Like that should be good enough. Just send it out a little ways so it doesn't get shoved off. Beautiful. Everything is welded. Oh no! Alright, hold up. This isn't a big problem. It's just, you know, just move the welders down by 1 step. It's okay that it shoves it. I don't care about that. Okay. Everything's welded. Go out around. Shove it just a little bit. And that's your final cap. Oh. What did we do wrong here? I think the other end is the same way. So they're getting... They're transporting around. So... how do we solve that? Like they're sitting on their thing, which is fucking weird. And then, so there's the shit there, the middle, okay, shit here, shit here. So like this is the one, it's got to drop to this one now. Is it actually dropping when it does that? I don't know. Tack it on like that. Okay. So, get rid of that, I suppose. Alright, let's try that again. Just need a little gap in the line so it can move around. Shouldn't be a problem. Okay. Caps. Oh, damn it. Alright. Alright, one more run. Caps are almost over, which I will be intensely pleased about. Okay, cap around. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. Okay. Well. And then hook 6 key here. The welder? Maybe? We're just fine tuning. You know, we like to fine tune. And this is a situation, like I can already tell. I'm not ready for it yet, but I can tell I'm gonna want to do another break before I finish this. This is just such a big freaking problem. Okay, so you drop in, and boom, we're all welded. Alright, that's fantastic. Now, there's a couple questions that arise. Number 1, is it lined up? That's yes. Number 2, can it leave as soon as that second piece gets here? Maybe, maybe not. And number 3, if we need to, can we push it out? And that's a definite yes. So that is the fully constructed lid. So now we can start working on the supports if we want, or the core itself. And the core is interesting because it can really just come the whole way down here. It's like, it's not even a thing. But first off, it definitely needs to be lifted. So let's do a little bit of lifting along the way. And this thing is what? Let's roll it out here. So it's 8 high. So we lift this bad boy up. No, I want sticky keys. Of course not. Why would I ever want sticky keys? Who ever wants sticky keys? 4, 6, 8, 10, 12. Okay. And I'm hoping we can do a little boop there, and then please be right, math. No. Actually, it's raising that high. I was just wrong about where to put this one. So there you go. Alright, that's cool. And then we'll do that again. Alright, that's cool. Alright, the only thing is we now need to have this just sort of hang out for now. Like, so it goes and it's chilling, it's all good. I mean, yeah, I think it really does need to be lifted well up above the whole thing, because even if I did that, like, it's not okay. What we just did is not okay. So let's destroy this. And we're gonna do an 8 here. Again, that one turns immediately. Like, this is the sort of thing I really don't understand. So boop. Yeah, like I said, this thing needs to go really the whole way up. The bottom of it needs to be, you know, to where these welders are, in my opinion. Let's put that thing outside. How about that? I'm gonna have to turn that off. Alright, let's just make sure we're still doing what we want. Oh, see? That's why I checked. This is why I checked. I'm pretty sure that's just too low. Son of a gun. Okay. Check it again. Still cool. Still cool and getting to where we want it. Almost unbelievably. We might even be able to get away with just one more. Okay, we know that this is the line right here. So, and we also believe that it turns as soon as we want it to. So that might just be where we want it. So that's 2 more. I think that'll do it. So let's see where we are. So this bad boy comes the whole way up and around, and it's stuck on a pipe. And it would need to drop 3 places in order to not be in that pipe's way anymore. And let me see, if I drop it 3 places, it's gonna get in the way of this. So I'm seeing very little choice except to kill this, bring it back inside, and then 8 shot it. Bam. Like so. And then Alright, goes the whole way. Doo-doo-doo. It's all cool. Everything's happy. And then it's gonna drop and right dead in the middle, right where we want it. But that is a long way before when we need it. So we are going to have to put an overhead here. And a blocker here. So now it will sit and wait till everybody's ready. Released. Okay, that actually was fine, except that the other piece was a little slow. So I think it's better to just push this back rather than wire it from a different point. Just push it. Whoa! Alright, well, I mean, we don't... Let's see. Alright, we gotta... no, that piece goes out around. That's not a problem. All we need to do is put it back here, because it doesn't matter. It doesn't need to get in there immediately. So it just sits and waits. It's the lid that releases it, and the lid goes out way around so that it's out of the way. And there you go. Oh, it's in there. The lid's coming together, and boom, lid's together. We probably can tell the lid to leave on its own once it arrives. But that's going to be a long time from now. So now, the big problem. And it's only a big problem because of the space. Like, we can have this thing come through. You know, it's fine. But how do we get the supports in here? And that's what I'm referring to as the big problem. We need to not only get them here, but also get them here on a certain delay so that they get in after the lid, after the bottom cap. And it's really just a matter of not crossing any lines. Like, we can... They start high, so we're not going to need to really lift them anywhere. We can have one come like right under this conduit. That's probably exactly what we want to do. Like, have one right there. That's one. Okay, that's easy and done as far as I'm concerned. This is a lid, so I mean, worst case, if we put it here, it's not in anybody's way. So that's 2. This is the base coming around. So, I mean, same sort of thing. Like, just one here, and then just come out and have one here. That's really all we need for that stuff. So it's just a matter of getting all of them to these points. And I don't think that's going to be super hard. I think we like move them out to 20 delays each, because it's coming in 2 lines. We move them out to 20 delays. 2 of them come over here. 2 of them go there, and you're pretty much good. We probably will have to lift the 2 that come to this point, but that's okay. We could certainly handle that, and if that's what we're doing, then we don't really need these here. We can just drop them in, you know, they'll come from the same side and just drop in a little bit above these. So like maybe one here that just stretches to there, and then same thing here. If I can press the right button. Like that. So like that's the 4 lines. We just have to get 10 of each of those to each of these lines. I think it's 10. Pretty sure it's 10. Let me see, 2, 4, 6. No, it's 8. It's 8 from each line. So even better. Yeah, I think this is just going to be a matter of, you know, put them on 20 splits, and then, you know, they're going to have to be on at least some lifters, and push them down the line, and that should be it. I mean, it shouldn't be overly complicated, and I think we can get away with a little bit here. Like this is sort of in the way. Let's actually, I tell you what. Let's lift them out of the gate. Let's lift them out of the gate, and let's just run that. We know, boop. Okay, that's fantastic to know. So bump, bump, and then we can do one this way, one that way, and then start bringing them out. If I can press the right buttons, as I've said 1,000 times. So like now we're already over top of the welding system, so that's not in our way anymore. So we can do and 16, like so, and it's pretty much cool. And so, yeah, we're gonna have to do, you know, 2 of them are gonna have to get lifted to come here, but that's all right. Where are we at? One down there. So like the ones in the back. Damn it. Very much the wrong button. Yeah, the ones in the back can like go straight there. It's not even a thing. that's that one. And then the other one's down here. As long as this doesn't get in the way of anything else, they can just boot straight down on there. So that's those done, and then the front 8s will get pushed off and then lifted and sent to their respective lines. And we're going to go ahead and run those up, because why not? Like this. It's actually, look how close this is. Ugh. Man, we almost don't need it. We maybe don't need it. We were just making estimates before. If we can get away with this, we will 100% get away with this. All right, so that's that. Now we are doing, I think, a single sensor will do the job. Okay, so like that, and then the same thing over here. I think that'll do that, and then 8 here. And since we're already facing that direction, let's go ahead and throw these 8 in there. Okay, spin those. Come up over here. And spin those. Alright, that's those. Oh! We, little misconstruction there. I think because we have the sensor on this side, I think we can get away with just adding that block. There we go. 16 of these. There seem to be only 7 there. And they're also getting there way too fast. Okay, let me watch that line again. I'm just curious exactly what happened here. You only have 7 push blocks. What did you do wrong here? 2, 4, 6, 8. You didn't put the one in the gap. I don't think you did it on either side. There you go. Okay. And then you also see that they're getting there a little too early, which shouldn't be a massive problem. Okay, so there they go. They're coming down. It's all good. God damn it, that is not the button I pressed. Not even the button I didn't mean to press. Is the button I didn't press it. Oh, there's no way that's not going to get through. That is not going to get through. Well, I mean, we want to put a delay on that anyway, because it's getting there too fast. I mean, you can see that's way too fast, especially for the outside piece. That stuff's getting there way too fast. So, I mean, honestly, for this one, oh, but it comes up like right there. I think we need to move this. We need to move this out a bit. See how that goes. Oh no, that's... oh shit. Nope, that didn't work. Damn it. I'm getting huge stutter when I stop it from running though. And that's starting to get me a bit worried. Let's put it on the other side. Let's put the lift here. God damn it. Put the lift there. And then we'll put that up there like that. And then just a little sex spot right here. Alright. Everybody play nice now. So that thing gets through, it's waiting, da-da-da, it's all cool. Those go da-da-da-da, over and over, it's cool. Okay, the lid, or the base is in there. Okay, so you're in there, you're in there. You're in there. So if we can put a nice delay on that, I mean, did you see that? Did you see the amount of stutter when I ask it to stop? This is, ooh, it's really taxing. Alright. So all we need, like, is a delay on this one. Is really all we're looking to do. So let's, like, let's go like 6 this way. Turn 1, go back. Turn 2. Or not. Did I just add these? I think I just added those. I hate when I do things like that. Let's go one more just to make sure we're all cool. one bottom. Whew. We added all that and we barely left it all fit. And it drops in, and that is a completed system right there. So I think, unless I am completely stupid, I think all I need to do... Let's just stutter. Oh man. I think all I really need to do is put a sensor, conduit, and push block here, and I think we're done. I believe we're done. So, man, I don't even want to do a talk through. We have the pieces that make up the end caps. They come out in two separate holes. In each case, when the first one gets to the sensor, the second one gets pushed off the line, and they all go down to what I believe are 20, they're 24s, so they're 24 delays. They each go down to 24, so we got 4 24 delays with welders that push them into a 6, a single, a 6, a single, a 6, and a 4. And I mean, you've seen me construct this enough. They go down through their welding system through some very tight passages, and in some cases they have to wrap around posts and stuff, and they get welded into 2 6s with a U shape, and then a third 6 is added on, and they go down the line to a massive welder. And they all do that. They meet in the middle and then weld to each other. So we got it as the caps are each 2 pieces coming from different sides. You just saw me construct the supports. They're the same thing. They go up into 2 16s, and really they just get pushed off and then sent to where they need to go with appropriate delays. And the core itself goes through a huge 6 lift journey with a blocker that triggers when the one lid piece is finished, and it just goes to the final welder. And that's really all there is to it. I mean, I could go into some more intricate things, but we're at 127 on this video, and I think the last one was like 110. So 2 hours and 40 minutes you've watched me build this thing, so I don't really think you need the talk through. But like you can see, these fill up. When the sensor hits, they get pushed out. This one waits, these fall into position, wait, and like everything's just getting welded together. And we're making 4 pieces like this, 2 for the top, 2 for the bottom. Everything falls into place. Here's the massive welder where everything, all the supports are welded together, and then finally the lids come together. They weld and move on and cap the thing, and when they do, they get pushed out, and there should be a block here. So we're not done, and the only reason that I can think that we're not done is because the core is not welded to anything. And if that's the case, then this is going to take a huge revision because there's nowhere. Well, hold up. Let me stay my mind for a little bit here. Yeah, I think there's nowhere for the welder to get welded to right now. So I don't think it's all is lost right now. I don't believe that at the moment. What I think we need to do is put I'm actually gonna make a note of this because, like I said, I want to take a break, and I think this justifies it. So I think what we do is put on this half of the top, and then that will leave a space where we can weld, I believe. We should be able to weld. No, we wouldn't be able to, because okay, you gonna stutter? Alright, a little bit. So let's look at it like this. We've got the core like this, and then the half of the cap looks like this. So where do we weld at this point? Like, I don't think there's anywhere, and this is finished like this as well. So that looks like that. I don't think there's a way for me to like manipulate a weld, unless it's like no. I was gonna say if we could do. No, we can't even do that. I mean, I didn't even mean to press that button. So yeah, so this is a pretty large revision. We need to with the top pieces. We need to construct the piece that goes around and get that to the core, weld it to the top, preferably before it leaves the blocker, but I don't know how possible that is. It's probably not very possible. So yeah, we'll have to think about that, but we could maybe do it with the bottom pieces as well, but that would be harder to put onto the core. So yeah, we have to bring the two U's together and then use an overhead welder to weld it on, and then the cap will just be a cap piece. It wouldn't have these little intricacies, so we're gonna have to rebuild those. We could perhaps And this is a little bit more. I actually like the idea of this. It's not going to be easy, but we could leave the outer cap alone, have it continue to be constructed as it is. We wouldn't change a thing, but then just have this single U piece from the inside track, have that just come in, maybe from the side. I don't know, that probably wouldn't work out. But yeah, just have that come in and get welded too with the overhead. That could work. That's something I'm going to look into. So we'll have that get two, and then we'll just have that one flat piece that will finish the job. So, oh man, that stutter. That's the plan. I'm going to make a note of it, and then we'll try that probably tomorrow. But for you guys, it's going to be pretty instant. I am just going to call this right here, and then I'm going to go to sleep, and then we will hopefully fix the issue in the morning. What happened? Did I not? There we go. There we go. Alright, I am back now for part 3. Obviously it's, just a couple seconds for you guys, but for me, this has been a couple days where I've just been a little bit too busy to play. But I have the general idea of what I want to do, so I'm not too worried about that. I think we're going to be pretty much taking everything off of this and just rebuilding it. No, shit. No, not that one. Shit. I think this is all this was. I hope. Wait. Stop. Alright, would you please? Okay. I've got this here going that way. And this going out that way. So I'm not really sure what's what here. I mean, that goes there. Like, where you come off of there, and then we got these two on the bottom. Those just fall off and go to the outer ones. So where does this one come from? Yeah, like this one here. I'm not quite seeing how we're getting... Oh, because there's two. Yeah, okay, obviously. Alright, we're good now. So this is the one that I want to really strip. And this is gonna be this is gonna be a big, rebuild. Like we have to very much change what we've done. So we're gonna be stripping a lot of this, probably all of it, honestly. So you're not this though. This we need. Okay. Let's try to remember that. And yeah, like this whole system down below, we gotta just get rid of all this. Oh, that stutter though, man, that is very harsh. Okay, so now we've got this thing, and we need to build it back up, but in a very different way. So I'm thinking like we can pretty much just go straight ahead. Like drop you here. And do we drop the next one right there? Like, is that fine to do? Let's find out. So we drop the 4 spot here. And that doesn't really work for the overhead though. So let's edit that just a touch. And we'll have you come out and wait. This is controlling its own destiny, then this can... Well, no, that doesn't matter. I mean... we could do that. I just want to make sure. Okay, we've got to attach this up here. Okay, that'll be fine. So that falls down there, which is cool. The only real issue is having that other piece come in. It doesn't quite work the way I need it to. I'm gonna do something with a push block, perhaps. Okay, let's do the imagination game again. So we're gonna have this sitting here. So I can't really do the overhead because this is in the way. So what do we do? Do I get rid of these? Throw out the overheads here. So it gets, they all get pushed off, they get welded together, it falls. And now it's there. And then this guy does that. But again, it can't fall because of the overheads. So I get, oh god damn it. I hate pressing that button because of the way it delays. So I guess we move this out here. We can get rid of that. All of this stuff can go. Gonna add that push back. Okay. So now it falls, comes out to here. I would not. Damn it. I would not absolutely hate the idea of 7 coming out there. And then we can do that, and that guy will come in, and then we just have this piece falling, and I think we're really just looking for throwing this here, and so it gets there, it gets welded. It pushes the whole thing once, and then it moves out, is basically what we're looking at. And then we have to convince it to get up here, which is going to be an interesting endeavor. So we might. Let me have that. Take those 4 out. I'm just a little curious, like, can I go straight up here? And I'm thinking I probably can. That's too, like, we would need this needs to be 7s, and this needs to be a 5. Maybe a push block. Yeah, I think a pusher is the only way we're getting out of that. Well, no, we're not using these. Goes that way, yeah. Yeah, we're not using these. So if we're raising this thing up, we should be able to fit a 5 in right there and move it along. That's the idea anyway. And then hopefully bring it out here, but now it's blocking this. So that doesn't quite work. That doesn't quite work, so let's get rid of that. It's an interesting idea. I'm happy that I pursued it, but it didn't quite pan out. So you're going to come under instead. And I think you're even going to drop again, but a little bit further back, because you need the room to drop. And now you're going to come underneath, and out here is where you're going to get your lifting service. Honestly, I'm kind of thinking that's too close there. So let's actually come out just a touch more here. And then go over. And now we hit the 8. And the thing gets lifted up. And hopefully I should have just left it run. The problem is how tight we are with everything else. Like, we got this line here, we got that line there. It's hard to actually find the space to do this. So, like, we've got to go under this. Lift it again. But that might not be enough. So now we're talking about putting this out this way. Coming over this bar and then down this way. That's a preemptive idea, or a preliminary, I guess is the word I was looking for. Okay, so let's see. out. Okay, that's the piece we need. It gets shoved. Okay, good. It's all working nice so far. Ah, jammed up a bit there. Okay, but let's... Okay, hold up. Because here we can see... So we need to make a little 4x4 there, so we know exactly where this thing's gonna be, and that's awesome. Okay. Alright, so... The tower is basically standing right there like that. And we are looking... to bring it in. This is going to be the very tip of it. It's going to come down this way. You know what I like? Maybe this is a little bit of a weird way to do this, but number one, we definitely need a couple overheads right there to weld that bad boy. And then I'm thinking, like, even though, yeah, like I said, this is probably the weirdest way to do this. Let's just shove it into the position we want. So we shove it, and now it's there. Now it's doing exactly what we want, and that'll do it. So we can get rid of this stuff, and we'll do one more run here, just so you can see it in action. Like, this guy's already just chilling here. The next piece, oh, it's jammed. The next piece is jammed, so I guess we'll take that out, and it'll probably run just fine without it. Alright, so here's this guy. The other piece is going to get built right down there. Comes out. Lift, lift. Oh, another jam. Damn it. Okay, hold up. No, what? No, I wasn't... Oh, you idiots. I wasn't fucking... Okay. So we can get rid of this, because that's causing a jam, and then we're going to have to get rid of that, because it's causing a jam. And now. Every time I have to run it, man, I get this crazy stutter, because I guess I just have so much fucking going on here. Look how large this thing is. But, okay, there it goes. Up, up, moves over, comes up, moves down, gets shoved, and boom, it's welded on there. So now, you know, whenever something hits, that'll be released. What does trigger that? Whatever it is didn't happen. So that's something I need to look at. It's tied to... I'm guessing it's tied to something we took off, because it's not... It didn't happen. So we're gonna have to figure out where that needs to come from now. I mean, it looks like it should be tied to this piece, but it doesn't seem to be. And that's a bit strange to me. I mean, right here's the thing. But there doesn't seem... Whatever was once welded here is no longer, so we need a new tie for that. I'm honestly thinking maybe I'm mistaken here, but I'm thinking we might put the sensor there. I mean, that seems like a reasonable idea to me. So let's go with that for now. And then really the only project left that's what I thought. The only project left is that I have to build the little cap on it. So we're going to do six like this, six like that, and then another six. Like so. And I'm thinking really all we have to do here is move 7 out 1 and move this one out twice, and we should be fine. You can just chill there, and we'll put the representation down. What did I just... Whoa, what the hell did I just do? Alright, so we'll put the representation down here. 5, 6. Yeah, 6. Oh, it's not going to... Well, I mean, we'll just lower it 1, right? Just lower it down once. And that'll solve that. So you're going to be chilling there. Not a big deal. Except that you should probably move down so that we can stick an overhead. Seems like a reasonable thing to do. You're just going to drop. Like there's nothing fancy about what you're doing. You're just going. Like so. So at some point, I mean this is pretty simple, I think. we'll just you'll drop there. There will be a little six pot right here where you'll wait, and that would be you here. So we need, I just come across. And toss an over welder there. And that's all good, except that it's a touch too low. So we're going to throw welder. Then we have a 7 here. I think really all I need to do oh no, it's not. Oh, son of a bitch. It's not wide enough. Shouldn't be a huge problem. I'm thinking we can just throw that right there. And then this right here, and that'll put it back on track. So should be cool there, and then we just throw a 5 in here, and that should get that. So let's see where we're at right now, because we're close enough to the point that this could solve it, but probably won't. There will probably be a little tweak we have to do, but I want to see where this gets us. That comes up, gets welded on, releases the. Oh. It fucked it. It fucked it. Alright. I need to watch it happen though, because it didn't stay clear for long enough. So it needs to. Let's see. Comes in there. Clears it, but it's not staying clear. It needs to be. Honestly, I think the easiest way to solve this, obviously not the most efficient, but I think the easiest way to solve it is just throw 3 more sensors up there, all tied to that same thing. And then it will definitely stay. There it comes in. Boop. Alright. So where are we at? Base is in place. It hit something. It hit something and this got jammed. 2 issues I'm not at all happy about. So, number 1, we're going to turn this and basically try to just rebuild this whole thing, but out a step. And with the way it was getting jammed before, I can only imagine what we're gonna see this time. Man, oh man, okay. That thing not falling, I mean, I guess the solution is just take one away. Okay, the top cap is jammed again. And the other piece isn't getting there now because we fucked the whole thing. Where is it? Where is the other piece? No, where did the other piece actually go right now? Because what the hell happened to it? What the heck happened to it? Cool. Drop and you're getting lifted. Okay. So you drop, you get lifted. Can I just put that on there and have everything be cool? Because if I could get it back on track and not have to rebuild that other stuff, that would be awesome. Let's see. Around, up, over. It does get back on track, so that's fantastic. Comes over, gets on there. This thing is going to drop down, and then it's going to hit the little cap and go an extra step and land perfectly. Alright, and then that drops and it's cool. So the only thing now is convincing this to not be in the way. I mean, I'm not sure exactly how you're gonna pull that off, but I'm sure you'll figure out a way. I mean, the immediate thought would be to put it out like this. We'll see how viable that is. Nope. Nope. Okay, and it's this that comes through here. So let's see how that happens. Okay, so we can actually come out 2 steps and not be in the way. So that's the plan for that. All right, run this again. Up, comes over, and it's on there. Okay, beautiful. Now, where's the... Okay, there's the thing. Just waiting, which is great. That's exactly what we wanted. Drops. That's exactly what we wanted. Did it work? No! We have not welded enough. I appreciate what you're saying. I understand. I understand what you're saying. I don't exactly know what you want me to do about it, though. I may be able to just stick a small welder somewhere in here. Let's see. We have. Okay. Let's see. We've got the top layer here, and then like that layer in there. So we need, if we can, stick that welder right there. And if that doesn't get in the way of other things, it will, because the bases are dropping in from above. So that definitely gets in the way. So let's remove these. We're gonna have to have it so that those push out when we need them. I'm hoping right there is good. Like that should tack it on, but it doesn't quite. Okay, let me see something. I want to see how something runs here. See, that doesn't work at all. That does not work at all. we could make that a double. That's one pretty easy solution there. I guess I could put a double over here to signify when to push it. Yeah, that should work out. Yeah, okay. Yeah, let's have that be the plan. So right here. Another counter right there. And we'll go ahead and bring this the whole way down. And then out this way. And in here and push block. Alright. I think we are working now. Let's find out. I mean, I thought we had it working, you know, a very long time ago, an hour at least, if not longer, but they wanted it welded together. So I welded it together, and now they want another weld. So let's see. It's tacked together. Oh, I failed. I completely failed to connect it. After very nearly failing to do that last time, I did it this time. Alright. It's alright. It'll be fine. It drops in, that's all good. There's one going past it. Towers go in. Fusion core goes in. I don't think it got the weld. It didn't quite get the weld. So that lid has to fall on, and it needs to wait one cycle to get welded, which is going to be terrible. Okay, so okay, I have an absolutely crazy idea, but I think it'll actually work. So I'm gonna try. Obviously, I mean, you can see what I'm planning. I'm gonna try to tie that sensor to sending it home. because it seems like it gets there right before that piece of flooring gets there. I know that's not what I've been calling it this whole time. I've just invented a new word for it. So this piece is coming, but like there, this is already gone. So assuming those are on the same time scale each and every time, it should get the whole system out. All right, there they're welded. It needs to get the system out before the other side gets there too, though, and that could be an issue. And I mean, we'll see. Yeah, it messed it up. It messed the whole thing up. Okay, that's fine. I understand. Okay, it needs. Let's run it one more time. It needs to be before the other. Could it just be the other piece? Could we just tie it to the other piece? That could be a solution. Like right here. Let's go push. No. Let's go sensor right there. Well, maybe not right there. Maybe that's a little bit too close. Because we do want to leave a little bit of time for it to clear out. So we'll go sensor there. Push block there. And I think lost in all of that, I believe that they accepted the first one. Because the error they threw was for like a single block. So I think they accepted the first reactor. Weld that thing. Wait for the next bit to get down here. Push it away. Next bit falls in. I think we're onto something. That gets welded together. Waiting for the next bit to get here. And the timing on this is fucking crazy. Next bit gets here. But look at those falling into place. But yeah, it looks like we have it. So I'm going to try doing a talk through here, but I don't want to start and stop it like I normally do because of the way it's stuttering every time I clear the belts. So the main piece is these black boxes that make the base and the top, and they come out 2 exits and they go to 4 different massive delay, sort, and weld stations. They each get, I believe, 24? Yes, 24 is what they all get. And they do similar things. The 2 on the right and this one here will weld 6-1, 6164. And they just take different paths to welders that we'll see in a moment. Like this piece will just fall down, hit that block, and take a step back and fall into that welder. This piece will go out around into a welder. This piece is coming down, and it actually already welded to the other 6, and it's just going to fall into that welder. The 4 that got welded back here is coming around, and it's going to get out in front, and then hit this one and come in to the welder. And this single here just went down and dropped. So this thing comes in, goes sideways. As soon as it hits there, it welds together, but it also hits the lifter, and then it lifts up into these overheads, which bring it out over the welder, and then it will drop down onto another welder to weld it to the 3 6s, and that will actually trigger a little sensor guy that we got here. And then if you follow him, he's got a hidden push block beneath it, and that's what sends that out away. So that's the left side of the base. The right side of the base, very similar thing. You've got all these together. The 4 is coming, there it is, that pushes it out. Well, it's to this, making the mirror image of that one. And then you also have an upside down mirror image for the top. The other half of the top had to be made in 2 pieces because of the whole welding it to the fusion core thing. So we made this little U-shaped part of it, and that goes down the line, hits the sensor to line it up, and then boom, welds to the core. And then the cap of that is down here, which is just the 3 6s, and that will meet with the other top half. Those 2 will get welded together, and then when that gets dropped on, that's when this 2 sensor will trigger and push these welders out to weld the cap to the core. And we'll show that close, because that's an interesting enough bit that I think it's worth looking at. So the core falls in, these 2 pieces come together, they get welded together obviously, move on out, they drop in, they trigger that sensor, which triggers these welders to move up and weld. What was the core and the U shape is now welded to what was the top cap. And then of course we have the little sensor there that when the next piece comes along getting ready to build a new one, it'll push the old piece out. And that's cool. The core is really pretty boring. It comes out down here, and really it just follows a path and just hits lift. Oh, here we go, we can watch it. Follows a path and just hits lift after lift after lift after lift after lift after lift after lift before finally succumbing to this blocker, which is holding it, because it's getting, even after all those lifts, it's still getting there a lot faster than the floor can be made. So it's just going to chill there until the U-shaped piece, which takes about the same amount of time, until that piece gets here, which is, it's over here. And let's actually watch that get constructed. So here we have the 1x4x1, and those, the 1 drops and just moves sideways. Well, the 4 just comes straight out. The 1 goes in and then over under the welder, and then that other 1 comes in and over under the welder, and that pushes the U shape along, which goes on a little journey under the belts, really tight in a lot of places. Like there, you can see it's just squeezing in there, and it's also getting, oh no, oh, it's also getting lifted up, and it'll hit the fusion core, get welded to it, and then that also triggers these sensors, which removes the blocker, and the core can go on its way. The only other thing that we haven't talked about, and we've got plenty of time, we've got 5 more of those to make, is the supports, the support beams in the corner, and that's really the same or very similar to the other ones. We get ourselves 16 on each delay. Once they're full, 8 get pushed left and 8 get pushed right on each of the 2. And they really, honestly, they're just following their paths. Like, they do nothing but go their way. This one gets lifted, that one gets delayed so that we have them come where we need them. But they're just, moving down the line, and they're just going to fall in on top of the floor, and then we have these massive vertical welders that weld them together. So, boom, 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 boom. And then the core comes in. That's beautiful. And then the lid comes in. That's really nice. I really like the timing on it. Could be a little tighter, obviously, especially with the right side floor. That seems really late, but the problem is the inputs are here, and we just didn't have the room to make it close, so they had to just move the whole way out, and that just takes a lot of time. So you're gonna see, like, here's the left side floor. It's coming, it's ready to go. The right side floor is still getting made over here. There it is. So you can see there's a significant difference in the amount of time it takes. That's why that one's on a delay and the other one is going out the wrong direction, getting lifted up. That's the reason. But if you look at the first thing I made was these 2 right here, and if you look at everything I built for them, this is taking over half of the fucking map right here. So we had to move this one the whole way over there just to make everything fit. But we finally got the thing. I'm a little bit afraid of how long this episode is going to be. This is, on my end, this is 3 parts. Maybe 4 if you count that little intro I decided to do. But I'm thinking this might be over a 3-hour episode. Like, this was significant for me. And that makes it a little more satisfying, of course, but still, man, this is a long one. But we are wrapping it up. We are almost there. We will count the remaining puzzles as soon as we get out of here. We just need that flooring to come along and trigger that sensor, and we are done. Boom. Oh, another big stutter there. Cycle score right in the median of what everybody seems to do. Footprints and blocks are massive from what other people do. Actually, this is another one. I'm actually kind of curious to see what others did, because this is the way I saw it in my head. Like, if you told me to solve this puzzle again, but I can't do it this way, I don't know how I would do it. I don't have a backup plan. So I'm really genuinely curious of how other people did this one. Well, let's get out of there. That was, whew. That was stuttering a lot. So we got crew quarters, plasma engine, and then puzzle, and I think that's it, because we said the conclusion was not a puzzle. So it looks like we have 4 episodes left. 3rd time's the charm for being right about the game being over. I don't want to get too excited about that, but I thank you all so very much for watching this very, very long one. Hopefully Plasma Engine's not going to be that crazy, but I don't know. Or Crew Quarters actually is the next one. But, we'll have to see when we see it. Until then, I'll see you soon.